Hello all my RC people, how are you doing, and welcome back to the channel. So today I have this Suzuki Jimny 136100 V3 version. It's more of a trail truck than what I call a traditional like rock crawling truck, but I do believe with a few mods it probably could do that fairly well. It's got a lot of good stuff. So let's start off with what it comes with. You got your normal stuff like your instructions, which will give you, everything you need for your light controller and your battery charging and just your basic stuff, along with also your parts and what you'll need to replace it. And with that, you also get a pretty cool sticker set. Now, this has a lot of really good stickers. Going to be able to use this on several different models. So that's pretty cool. Definitely nice to have those. Let's get on to the body. Now you can see the body on this thing is really good looking. It's very scale. It starts off with the front grille is looking really nice. Really good looking headlight bezels and nice fender flares. It's also got a really cool roof rack. And you got nice little sidebars on it, along with a full spare tire with a couple accessories on the back of that. And little stickers over the rear bumper that cover the lighting, so that's nice as well. All in all, it's a pretty good looking truck. It also has a little snorkel on it and moving mirrors. Now let's talk about the motor. So the motor in this is a little bit smaller than what we'd normally have. Normally we run like a 540 motor, most of our 110 crawlers. This one, on the other hand, does have a 390 motor. It's a little bit smaller, but for the size of the vehicle, as long as we're not putting heavy tires or anything on it, I think it's going to be okay. Now it's a 25 turn, and it also has a 40 amp ESC built into it, a little receiver combo. And while we're talking about that, let's discuss the receiver in this thing. So it is a receiver ESC combo. It is made by a combination of FlySky and Hobbywing. I'm guessing that Hobbywing did the ESC part and FlySky did the receiver along with the light controller. Now the light controller in this, it's pretty cool. You can control it from right from your radio. And you can change your different tempos of lights and whatnot. So that comes in really nice. Also has blinkers. And so that's pretty good too. It's also waterproof, so you can't beat that. Now let's go on to the radio. As you can see, the radio is a nice little FlySky radio. And the cool part about it is this is a 4-channel, and you can make all of your adjustments on the fly. So this has all of your drag brake, your battery type, running modes. So you can switch from LiPo to nickel metal right from the radio. You can switch your drag brake from 50% all the way to 100, and you can change your forward brake reverse to just forward brake or forward reverse. So that all turns out pretty nice. It just takes 4 AA's. Let's get on to the wheels and tires. So the wheels and tires on this thing are a 1.9 tire, and they're pretty squishy. They also are like kind of like an all-terrain tire. Really tight tread pattern on them. I don't know how well they're going to do in loose dirt. Hopefully they'll do well. I think on a rock surface they should grab fairly decent. And you'll also notice that it does have 12mm hexes, 1.9 rim with a beadlock wheel. So you're going to be able to use that on other wheels if you like. If you want to buy more wheels or different tires for this, they'll go right to these wheels. So we're on to the accessories. This thing actually comes with quite a bit of accessories for it, and also all the hardware you need to attach them. So that is also very nice for a little scale rig like this. And then we have our battery and battery tray. So the battery tray on this one is a adjustable battery tray. You can mount from the front to the back or side to side to open it up. And it comes with just a little wall charger and a nickel metal battery, but I'm automatically going to be changing that out for a LiPo. But it's there if you need it and you're just a beginner. The servo on this thing, it's a 6 kilogram servo, which I think is a little on the weak side, but it looks to be a normal size servo. So you should be able to replace it no problem with like one of those $20 ones off of Amazon, the 20 kilogram full waterproofs. 20 bucks, you really can't beat them. Well, that's a first look at this thing. Let's get it out and run it, and then we'll really get your opinion on it. So we've made it to the backyard course. Let's see what it can do out here. This should really throw it to a test. Now I am running a 7.4 volt 2-cell 2200 milliamp LiPo. And other than that, everything else is stock. It has been raining here all morning, so everything's a little bit slippery. That's awesome. It walked right up that. Those headlights look pretty cool on this thing too. Now we've seen it, it seems to get really good grip on these rocks. I wonder how it'll do when we hit the wood, because you know when that's wet, that stuff's like crawling on slime. I wish it did have a little bit more steering angle. I could use that. I have to see about maybe doing something about that in the future. Well, let's see, can it do it? I don't know, it's just soaking wet. Oh, look at it go. I told you that wood's like slime. Oh, oh man, it powered up, but that was awesome. Well, I think all the concerns we had about the 390 motor is they've kind of been laid to rest. It seems to do all right. I'd be really surprised if I can power up this one. This stuff is really slimy. I don't know. May have found its threshold. Oh. Every time I get to run in my mouth, it does it. Said though, I wish I had more steering angle. Something I don't think I mentioned while we were doing the description earlier is it does have all metal links. So far that 6 kilogram servo hasn't really been an issue. Now I think with a set of proper tires, this thing could probably really go a few places. That, and if we could get that steering turned up just a little bit, get a little bit more steering out of it. And it is very, very touchy on the throttle. That being said, for a $200 machine, this thing is performing like a champion. Well, before I go running it some more and saying that it can't make it, let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to try to go up the rock pile by the fire tower and then up the rest of that super slippery wood. Seems to be doing really good on the rocks. I thought these tires would grip decent on the rocks. But this really is not meant for lower end trucks, this section here. This is probably one of the hardest sections to make it up. Because if your tires can't grab there, you're just kind of in trouble. Tumbles. So I do not think it's going to make it up that section. Let's move on to another. That is not surprising though. I mean, it really wasn't designed for that. And despite this thing's limitations, and it does have them, one of the biggest things is the tires. They're great for, you know, your nice rock surfaces, but they're not going to do very good in wood and mud, I imagine. But that's almost all RC crawlers you have to replace the tires on, so that's really not an issue. I think for the amount of truck you get for $200, this is really hard to beat. Especially if you're a beginner wanting to see if crawling was for you. This would definitely be a way to go because everything on this is upgradable. Now we can turn that 25 turn motor into a 55 turn motor and put a bigger servo on it. We can put tires on it, all that stuff, so it'll give you everything you needed to get your upgrades in and learn how to do that as well. So what do you think, everybody? I think this could possibly be the best thing you can get for the money right now. Well, let me know in the comments below what you think. I think this is an awesome little crawler, and you'll be seeing much more of it. I'm going to be thoroughly testing it through the trails and just all over the place. Should be going next week to the Sargent family's compound where they have an awesome crawler course in Michigan. So stay tuned for more of that.